The story begins not with a hero, but with a man who is running out of time. For over 30 years, Pete Maverick Mitchell has been a pilot in the Navy. He has the medals, the records, and the reputation. But while his peers have become admirals and politicians, Maverick has stayed exactly where he wants to be, in the cockpit. The movie opens in the high desert. Maverick is a test pilot for a program that is about to be shut down. The government wants to replace human pilots with drones. They believe the era of the fighter pilot is over. To prove them wrong, Maverick takes a prototype jet and pushes it beyond its limits, reaching 10 times the speed of sound before the plane literally falls apart around him. He survives, but he is in trouble. He is told that the end is inevitable, that his kind is headed for extinction. Maverick looks the admiral in the eye and says, "Maybe so, sir, but not today."
Instead of being kicked out, Maverick is sent back to the one place he never thought he'd see again, Top Gun. But he isn't there to fly, he is there to teach. The Navy has a problem. An unnamed country has built a secret uranium factory. It is a threat to the world. The factory is hidden at the bottom of a deep crater, protected by high mountains and guarded by the most advanced missiles and fighter jets on the planet. The mission sounds like a suicide run. The pilots have to fly through a narrow, winding canyon at high speeds to stay hidden from radar. They have to stay lower than the trees. If they fly too high, they are shot down. If they fly too slow, they won't have enough power to climb out of the crater. It is a mission that requires a miracle.
Among the elite graduates chosen for this mission is a young man named Bradley Bradshaw, call sign Rooster. He is the son of Goose, Maverick's best friend and partner who died in the first movie. The moment Maverick sees him, the weight of the past hits him. Rooster looks like his father, walks like his father, and carries a deep, burning anger toward Maverick. Rooster believes Maverick sabotaged his career by pulling his application to the Naval Academy years ago. He believes Maverick held him back. But the truth is more painful. Maverick promised Rooster's mother on her deathbed that her son would never become a pilot. He didn't want another Bradshaw to die in the sky. Maverick would rather be hated by the boy he loves like a son than tell him the truth about his mother's final wish. The training is brutal. Maverick pushes the young pilots to their breaking point. He tells them, "Don't think, just do." He knows that in the heat of battle, thinking leads to hesitation, and hesitation leads to death. But there is a divide in the group. You have Hangman, a brilliant but arrogant pilot who thinks he is untouchable. And you have Rooster, who is so afraid of making a mistake that he flies too cautiously. Maverick watches them fail the practice runs over and over. The Navy leadership begins to doubt him. They want to change the mission to make it safer, even though they know a safer mission is impossible to survive. In the middle of this tension, Maverick loses his only protector, Iceman. In the original film, they were rivals, but over 30 years, they became the closest of friends. Iceman is now a high-ranking admiral, and he is the one who kept Maverick in the air. Iceman is dying of cancer and can barely speak. In their final meeting, Iceman types out a message. The Navy needs Maverick. He tells him that it's time to let go of the past, and that the pilots need to know that this mission can be flown. When Iceman passes away, Maverick is left alone. The Navy grounds him and tells him he is done. But Maverick isn't finished. He steals a jet and flies the training course exactly as it needs to be done. He weaves through the canyon, hits the target, and pulls a narrow escape in record time. He proves to the pilots and to the world that it isn't about the plane, it's about the person in the seat.
The Navy gives Maverick the lead. He chooses Rooster to be his wingman, along with 2 other pilots, Phoenix and Bob. The tension is high as they launch from the aircraft carrier. This is no longer a game. They drop down into the canyon, flying so fast and so low that the ground is a blur. The sound is deafening. They navigate the narrow turns, their wings nearly touching the rock walls. They reach the end of the canyon and pop up over the mountain. Maverick hits the target first. Then Rooster, overcoming his hesitation, hits the second target perfectly. The factory is destroyed. But as they try to escape, the mountains come alive with missiles. The sky is filled with smoke and explosions. Maverick sees a missile locked onto Rooster's plane. Rooster has no flares left. Without a second thought, Maverick throws his own jet in the way. He is hit. His plane explodes. Maverick is gone.
The other pilots are ordered to return to the carrier, but Rooster refuses to leave Maverick behind. He finds Maverick in the snowy woods, just as an enemy helicopter is about to kill him. Rooster destroys the helicopter, but is shot down himself. Now, the 2 are stranded deep in enemy territory. They are on foot, miles from safety. But they find a bombed-out airfield where the enemy keeps their planes. And sitting in a hangar is a relic, an old F-14. It is the same kind of plane Maverick flew 30 years ago. It's ancient, it's outclassed, but it's their only way home.
What follows is one of the most intense sequences in cinema history. Maverick and Rooster take off in the old plane, but they are quickly spotted by 2 modern, high-tech enemy fighters. These new planes are faster and more maneuverable. They should be able to kill the old F-14 easily. But Maverick knows his plane's secrets. He uses the old technology to pull maneuvers the enemy doesn't expect. He uses the terrain. He uses his intuition. In a series of heart-stopping turns, he and Rooster manage to shoot down both enemy jets. But then, a third enemy appears. They are out of ammo. They are out of tricks. They are sitting ducks. Just as the enemy is about to fire, a streak of light comes from the clouds. It's Hangman. He stayed behind to cover them. He destroys the enemy jet, and the 3 of them fly back to the carrier.
The landing is a disaster. The old plane has no landing gear. It crashes onto the deck of the carrier, stopping just feet from the edge. Maverick and Rooster climb out of the cockpit. The entire crew is cheering. But the real victory is quiet. Rooster looks at Maverick and realizes that Maverick saved his life. Not because he had to, but because he loved him. The rift is healed. Maverick realizes he doesn't have to be a ghost anymore. The movie ends back at Maverick's hangar in the desert. He is working on his vintage propeller plane. Rooster is there with him, helping him. They are a team. As they fly off into the sunset together, we realize that the relic wasn't something to be thrown away. It was something to be cherished. Maverick didn't just teach the kids how to fly. He taught them how to live. And in the process, he found a way to forgive himself. The era of the pilot isn't over. Not yet. Not today.
If you enjoyed this journey back into the danger zone, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. It helps this channel stay on the radar. Thank you for listening, and remember, don't think, just do. We'll see you in the next one.